Last 2-3 sessions we understand FI, SAP submodules, and also last 2 sessions we discuss more about our core module FICO. Okay, and FI we try to understand what are the submodules is there and what are the key concepts is there in FI, AP process, AR process, and asset accounting. Okay, and today similarly we'll understand with cross modules integration, how our finance module is going to integrate with the other modules, cross modules like integration. So we have similarly another cross module SD integration. Okay, because of most of the purchase and sales activities, it will happen through and SD module. Okay, means the front-end operations will start by the procurement team and the sales team. Then automatically it is going to update to economical values. Any economical impact is there, so we have to consider for our finance updation. Means accounting, we have to consider for the accounting. Okay, so we'll try to understand the end-to-end flow, integration. So how the process will start. And always you people remember any module. It can be FI, it can be controlling, it can be it can be SD, it can be HR. Okay, so simple process, simple funda is first we have to create the ledger account. How our finance module we are going to create the ledger account? What are the ledger accounts we are going to create in finance module? If I want to do the any general entries or transactions, first we have to create ledger accounts, right? We have to create GL account, we have to create vendor account. Similarly, we have to create customer account, and similarly we have to create fixed asset. Okay, and for PRS purpose we have to create the bank accounts. Okay, so like that we have to create the ledger account if you want to do the further any general entries. If you want to go and post the purchase entry, so what is the accounting entry? Purchase account debit, vendor credit. If I want to post this accounting entry, if I want to book this accounting entry, first what I need? I need one vendor ledger account. I need one purchase GL account, right? For that we can understand one general example, simple example. Any software, if they want to do the any activities or what you can say business activities, first we need to create ledger account. So I think first class also I told, if I want to do the any bank transaction, first what we need to do? If I want to do the any bank transaction, first what I need to do? Is it possible to go directly and log into net banking, HDFC net banking or ICICI net banking, SBI portal, go and do the transaction? Is it possible to do the some fund transfer to your friend account? For that, what is the prerequisite? First, what we need to do?
We need to collect the bank details.
We need to collect the
customer details.
Some background noise is coming, I think Jay Chandra or someone. First, we need to open the bank account, right? Without bank account open, how we can do the bank transactions? If you want to deposit the money, if you want to withdraw the money, if you want to transfer the money to your friends, or someone who want to transfer the money to your account, first what we need? The minimum requirement is first we have to go and open the bank account. Once you open the bank account, then you can do the transactions. Means you can do the bank transactions, right? So we can divide the money, we can withdraw the money, you can transfer the money to someone, or someone can transfer the money to your account. Okay, and apart from that, what we are looking? Okay, today I'm going to open the bank account. Then once this bank account is activated, then I can start the transactions. Then what I'm looking?
What is the bank balance?
We want to see the what is the bank balance. Okay, you see end of the day or end of the week or end of the month, if you see some bank balance, and if you have some doubt on that balance, what you can do?
Again, verify.
Hmm?
Again, we need to verify.
Need to verify means we can call to banker or what? What we can do?
Statement.
Okay, so we are going to see the bank statement. Again, if you see the your bank ATM or net banking option, we have the options like we can able to see the mini statement and the detailed statement. We have this kind of options, right?
Yes.
We have the options, right? We can able to see the mini statement option is there. Detailed
Yes.
statement if you want. Again, we have the option to whether you want to select particular month or 1 year or some 5 years period of time. We have the option to select, right? So banking also, this is one software. They are using some software. If I want to do this directly, bank transactions, it is not possible to do. First, we need to do whatever bank you want to do the transaction. First, we can go to open the bank account in that particular bank. Then we can able to do all these things. Similarly, SAP is also one software. It is one application. If you want to do the any transactional activities, purchase entry or sale entry, payment entry, receipt entry, transfer entry, whatever. First, what is required? The prerequisite is ledger accounts, right? First, we need to create the ledger accounts. Okay. This is our finance module. So last two sessions, we understand what are the submodules we have in the finance. Then if I want to do the any financial transaction activities, then after that, if I want to see the any financial reports, first activities, I need to create the ledger accounts. First, we need to create the ledger account. Okay, like we have the finance module, these are the ledger accounts. GL account, vendor account, customer ledger, asset ledger, and a bank ledger we have to create. Then after that, what you can do? We can book the entries, right? We can post the entries. By using GL account, we can post some petty cash entry, bank to bank transfer entry, share capital entry. Okay. So general accounting, we can say we are going to book the entries, right? In manual accounting or general accounting, so we can say we are going to book the general entries, okay, purchase entries, sales entries, and so GL related, we can go and book the GL to GL entries. Suppose I'm going to withdraw the cash, then what is the accounting entry? Or else I'm going to start one business. First, initially, business will start with what? Capital, right? Then what is the accounting entry?
Debit.
Bank.
Debit.
Bank account debit. What will credit?
Share application money.
Share capital.
Credit.
Share
credit,
capital credit.
right? And whatever amount we are going to invest, so that much amount we are going to give the debit and credit. Then further we can do the some other activities with bank. So we can go to withdraw the petty cash money for small cash payments. And EAP, what we are going to do? We are going to do the purchase account debit. Okay, and credit what? Vendor. Vendor account credit. So I will try to put some small shortcuts. So we are going to book the accounting entry. So already I think last session we discussed detailed accounting in purchase debit, vendor credit, and if it is taxes is applicable, tax debit. Okay, just I'm trying to give the summary here. Then we booked one purchase entry. Then what we are looking? So AP process we understand. Most of the cases we are doing the credit business with vendors and customers. Then whatever purchase entries you book. So as per my 30 days payment terms agreement or 60 days payment terms agreement, so we should able to get the reports, right? So here vendor, we are going to see the vendor reports, right? What is the outstanding payable amount? Each vendor wise. So what are the invoices is there? So what is the outstanding amount for the payable? When is the due date? So all these things where you can see in vendor reports. And similarly, we can able to see the GL reports. Okay, we want to see the GL report, we want to see the vendor reports. Okay, similarly in ER, what we can do? We can do the sales. What is the accounting entry?
Customer account data to sales account.
Customer account debit.
Sales account
Sales
credit.
account.
Sales account credit.
Sales account to credit. Then with customer also generally, we are going to do the credit business. Means I have agreement 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Then today I'm going to book the sales entry. Then when I have to receive the collection from my customer after 30 days or after 60 days. Then what we are looking? Each customer wise, we want to see what is the outstanding receivables. We want to see the customer reports. Right? We want to see the customer reports. And as well as yesterday, we discussed about fixed asset. So fixed asset also what we are going to do? We are going to purchase the assets. Then what is the accounting entry? Machinery account to debit.
Vendor will be credit.
Vendor account credit. Then, so similarly, you want to see the fixed asset reports or not?
Yes, we
So
need to see
whatever purchase assets you are going to purchase, okay, you want to see the what is the asset value. So like this, I'm going to buy the 10 missionaries or 20 missionaries, 100 missionaries. So monthly, you want to see the what is the fixed asset reports. And monthly, what we are going to charge? We are going to charge the depreciation. Suppose this asset having the 1 lakh rupee. Okay, so end of the month, end of the quarter, or end of the year, so we charge some depreciation. Then what we want to see? We want to see the what is my net book value of this asset. First, I want to see the asset to what is the asset value? As of now, how much is the depreciation amount? And I want to see what is the net book value of this asset. Like that, we want to see the reports in the fixed asset model. Okay. So in fixed asset, we want to see this report like this. What is asset value, and as of now, how much is the depreciated, and what is my net book value, and also I want to see the when this asset is capitalized, and what is the useful life of the asset, and when this asset is going to expire also we can see, and where this asset is located, whether it is Bangalore plant or Hyderabad plant, Mumbai plant. So report means all information, right? Detailed. Not only asset purchase value, not only asset depreciation value, not only net book value. So where this asset is located, when this asset is capitalized, when this asset is going to deactivate, means expire. Is there any use of this expiry date? If you get what is the expiry date of this asset? Is there any use for the management? It is going to help to management expiry date?
Yes,
Huh?
we can replace the asset.
It will?
We can
Will help.
replace the asset.
Yes, it is going to indicate to management these many assets is going to expire next to financial year or next month or next quarter. Then accordingly, what management need to do? They need to plan for the replacement of assets.
Yeah.
So they need to plan for the replacement of assets. And assets replacement means it is use budget. Okay, accordingly, we have to plan for the budget also, right? So budget also more important. If we have this kind of information, it is going to help to management. So this many assets is going to replace, need to replace, and what is the required budget for that. So it is going to help for the management to go for the pre-planned. So pre-budgeting activities. Okay. And the bank also we can see whenever you are going to make a payments or receive receipts. So we are going to use the bank account. So every organization, they have multiple bank account. So management want to see each bank wise what is the balance, right? So we are going to perform the bank payment entries and bank receipts. Every day we are going to do these payments and receipt activities. And so we are going to perform the BRS, and we want to see each wise bank balance. Okay. So like that, management want to see the reports. Bank payments, bank receipts. Okay. So this is the way in finance module we are going to do the activities. First, whatever transactions if you want to see, means if you want to book the entries, if you want to see the reports, what is the prerequisite? So that ledger account we need to create. Then only we can able to book all this kind of entries. Then only we can able to see the reports. This is our finance module. So most of the people are aware, and even last 2-3 sessions we understand this process only. Okay, little bit we understand, right? This process.
Yes.
Similarly, if you go to MM, so MM people also what they need to do? They have to do the more what is their main objective? What they are going to do? What is their roles and responsibilities? MM people, material management people. So they are responsible for the procurement activities, right? If they want to procure the something, Okay, some material they want to procure, some iron material or glass material, something. Then for that also what they need to do, they have to create the ledger account, material accounts. Then only they can able to see the for the particular material, what is the quantity, what is the value, and how much we consumed for this month, how much we purchased for this month, what is my closing stock, what is my opening stock. If they how we are seeing like our bank balance, what is my opening bank balance for this today or this month, and for this month, how many payments is there, how many receipts is there, what is my closing balance. So like that, we are going to see our reports, right? Bank reports or asset reports or GL report, vendor report. Similarly, procurement team, they want to see the stock reports. If they want to see the stock reports, what they need to do? First, they have to create the each material wise ledger accounts, material account. Okay. Similarly, what they are going to do, they have to create the ledger account for materials. Other words, you can say simple words, material code. Okay, they have to create the material code. Okay, so they are going to create, they are going to use the raw materials, they are going to use the SFG, semi-finished goods. They are going to use the, actually finished goods, it is more important for SD process. Sales people will take care. Okay, at least here, procurement process, what you can see. Raw materials, semi-finished goods. They have to create the ledger accounts for this. So again, raw materials also, they are going to buy the different raw materials. Then what they need to do? They have to create some material codes. Assume that this is my iron material. Okay. So not only iron, right? So we are going to buy the different raw materials. Example, if you take Tata Motors, I think you last class or somewhere we discuss what are the raw materials you are going to buy. If I want to manufacture the cars, what are the raw materials we require? We required steel, right, or iron. And what else we required? We required glass, right? We required iron materials, we required glass materials. Again, here iron, it can be different to iron materials, means based on the quality, based on the size, okay, based on the shapes, they are going to create the multiple material codes. Just I'm giving one example, iron material, glass material, what else?
Electric materials.
Some electrical things, fiber. Okay. Electrical materials, some fiber items, okay, batteries, headlights, paints, okay, like tires. So this kind of materials they have to buy. Then if they want to buy the materials, if they want to see the what is the stocks, okay, iron how much stocks we have, glass how much we have, electrical items whatever stocks we have. If you want to see the stock reports, so better to they go with the one separate ledger code for that or material code for that. Then we can able to track. Similarly, SFGs also work in progress, semi-finished goods or work in progress goods. Okay, and here also when you go to SD module, so we can see we can create the finished goods materials. Tell me someone, what are the finished goods materials we can create? So we are going to manufacture the cars. That is my finished goods, right? Then tell me what are the finished goods we have to create. Car is one of the finished goods, right? Okay. Again, car also, we have different models. Tata Indica is there, Tata, recently so many models came, right? Altros came, Tiago came, Nexa is there, Hexa is there, what else? Tata Safari is there, Tata Sumo is there, old models. So many, I think, new models also coming. Is it possible to track all cars into one finished goods code, or you want to create multiple? If I want to know in my organization how many Tata Indica cars is manufactured, how much stocks is there, how much quantity is there. If I want to know, better to create separate code for Tata Indica cars, or it is okay with a single code for all cars?
Separate.
If I have separate material code for Tata Indica cars, then we can able to identify. So how many Tata Indica cars is manufactured? How many is sold this month? How many we have the closing stocks? Okay, and also we are getting the advance booking from the customers. So we come to know, okay, what is the required stocks we need to manufacture. Okay, Tata Indica, Tata Nexa, Tata, what else? Altros something is some of the cars. Okay, Tiago. So old models is there, Sumo, Safari, Hexa is their top model. Like that too, there are so many models. So we need to create separate to identify, separate to finished code, finished material code for that. Then only we can able to see, okay, in Tata Motors, how many stocks quantity we manufactured, 100 quantity, this is 200 quantity, and this is some 200 quantity. Like that, we can able to identify the stocks. Okay, and also each model having the different price, right? So maybe this is 4 lakhs rupees. The manufacturing cost of the model is different, right? Tata Indica is different cost, Tata Nexa is different cost. Okay, so maybe Tata Nexa is some 6 lakhs. Then this is also not some 5 lakhs. Like that. So 100 quantity is the Tata Motors. And what is the manufacturing cost of Tata Motors? 4 lakhs. Then we come to know what is the stock value.
4 crore. 4 crore.
Okay, so we come to know what is the closing stock for the Tata Indica cars. And similarly this. So we can able to see what is the stock value. Then assume that this is my manufacturing cost of the car. Okay, this is the stock value. 100 cars. And when I go to sell to customer, how much we can sell? This is my manufacturing cost of the car. Tata Indica assume that 4 lakhs rupees. Then, so we are going to sell to customer same 4 lakhs rupees, or we are going to sell to more cost?
We have to keep more than the cost value.
This is, we can say other words,
Yes, more than.
this is my production cost or manufacturing cost of the car, and the sales cost is different. Okay, so I'm going to put some margin. I'm going to sell to customer. When I'm going to sell to customer, so maybe I can sell this car to some 6 lakhs. Okay. So this car manufacturing cost itself 6 lakhs. Then I can sell to my customer 7,50,000. Okay. The Altro's car is suppose 5 lakhs. I can sell to my customer some 6,50,000. This is the way. This is my selling cost. Sales cost or selling cost. So here we'll get the some margin. And also assume that this month or this year, this quarter, we manufactured 100 units of car. So this is my production cost for each car. And if I see my stock report, it is going to show the stock value like this. Then, so this month or this quarter, assume that December 2020. So here I'm going to sell some 10 cars to customer. So this is I'm going to sell to some 50 cars. So here I'm going to sell another 50 cars. Assume that this is my sales quantity. Then we can able to see the what is my closing stock of each car, right? If I want to see the closing stocks, this is this many production units quantity we produce. Okay, this much quantity we sold. Then if you want to see the what is my closing stock, so we can able to see the stock reports 100 cars minus 10 cars is sold out. 90 cars is my closing stock. Similarly, what is my closing stocks? Nexa 150. What is my closing stock? Altros. Okay, this is the way we can able to get the. This is called as a reports, stock report. This is the sales data. This is my production data. How many cars we manufactured, which model, how much quantity we manufactured, what is the price of that car, okay, and what is the overall stock value. Then how we are going to sell for the customer. Then end of the month, what we can see the report. This is our sales cost. This is nothing but finance side. This impact we have to take the finance side or not? Management want to see the what is the sales revenue month of December. This is only right.
Yes, sir.
So this much we have to take the impact to our finance, and also whatever goods we manufactured. So production team they manufactured, and after completion of production, we are going to keep the stocks into stores. Then this much value of economical value is increased in our organization. Then that much we have to take into your finance or not. This closing stocks or opening stocks, we have to consider as a current asset. We have to show in your finance, okay, under asset side. So this balance, this month ending, I have to show in my finance or asset to balance or not. Okay, whatever sales is there, I have to show in my accounting. Whatever closing stocks is there, we have to show in my accounting. Okay. So now we can understand, right? Easily materials also different materials we are going to buy. We have to create the separate material card. Then only we can able to see the each material wise stock reports. Okay, raw material one iron, how much quantity we purchased, how much we utilized this month, and what is my closing stocks. Similarly, glass materials, how much we buy, we are going to purchase, and how much we consumed for this month, and what is my closing stock. Okay, so for that, the material codes is very important. Nothing but ledger accounts, ledger codes. Okay, so how your finance model, your GL account, vendor account, to customer account, asset code, it is going to help for your tracking. The same way, MM side and SD side, this material codes is more important. Okay, so MM people first they are going to create the ledger accounts. Nothing but material codes. Then they can start. First they can create the ledger accounts. What they can do next? We have the material code. Then what we can do? Procurement activities. Material management team. They are going to procure the material, right? So if you want to procure the material, first what they will do? So they will inquire or this material in the market, right? Which are the vendors is available, who is going to supply, what is the price of this material, what is the quality, right? So they are going to do the inquiry. Okay, so they are going to do the inquiry in the market and they are going to identify the vendors and also they are going to ask the quotation. We'll ask the quotation, right? Whenever you are going to procure the material.
Yes, sir. Quotation is required.
Okay, so procurement team they are going to do the quotation. Then after that they are going to confirm the undo. So here, if I want to raise the purchase order to particular vendor, first what we need to do is vendor creation is both people responsibility. Okay, whatever vendor we are going to use, finance team is going to use as well as procurement team also is going to use. Otherwise, they cannot raise the purchase order to this particular vendor, right? They don't have the vendor code. Whatever materials we want, so that material codes we'll create first, then so we'll do the inquiry in market. What are the vendors is going to supply this material? Suppose I need some chemical material, where I can go and inquire. I will go to inquire to Dell showroom, HP showroom, or Honda showroom, where I can inquire. If I require some pharmaceutical material, so I have to inquire pharma companies, right? I cannot go and inquire electrical shop. I cannot go and inquire some IT shop. So the relevant vendors, who is the relevant vendor? Okay, if I require something laptop or something, I cannot go and ask to pharma companies, right? Okay, so we'll do the inquiry, whatever materials we want. Then we'll ask the quotation. Okay, then if I want to create the purchase order, we have to raise the purchase order to vendor. Before that, we'll do the inquiry, quotation, all those things. Then we are going to confirm the order to particular vendor. So if I want to confirm the order to particular vendor, what we need to do? We have to create that vendor code. Okay, you have to create the vendor code, vendor account. Suppose ABC vendor, I am going to I'm going to buy this material from ABC vendor. Okay, I have to create the one vendor code for that. So here everywhere we are going to use the code concept. So with reference to that code, we are going to specify all your vendor information. Similarly, here they are going to create the material code and they are going to specify the name and how they are going to measure this material, whether this material they are going to measure into kgs or bags or liters. They have to specify some measurements, right? So accordingly, they will go for the procurement. Accordingly, they can evaluate the stock, closing stocks, all those things. How many kgs is there, how many bags is there, or how many tons is there. Okay, so many other things is there. So with reference to this code, we are going to specify all the parameters, key parameters, like vendor I told you, I shown also in system. So I have to create one database for my vendor. So in the database, we are going to specify all key information about vendor, all key information about our finance. Okay. Similarly, this is also one master data. There are so many key information is going to maintain by the procurement team. Okay. Then we'll go on to create the purchase order. Okay, what we can do while creating the purchase order? So we have to specify to whom we are going to raise the purchase order and which material we are going to specify, means which material you want. So we have to tell vendor and which material we are looking, how much quantity we are looking, and what is the price or rate for that material. These are the details we need to mention, right? Okay, to whom we are going to raise the order and which material, how much quantity, because of I have so many materials. So whatever material I require, that material I am going to raise the purchase order. How much quantity I required? Suppose I want 100 quantity, the price is 1000 rupees. And the material code assume that raw material I am going to buy. What is the code? For that we created RM 1000 and ABC vendor. ABC vendor I am going to buy the material. Okay, and also what else we need to specify? Vendor code, material code, quantity, price, anything we need to specify?
GST percentage.
Any taxes is applicable. Okay, you have to specify the GST percentage. Okay, then what else?
Total amount.
Okay, we'll get the total amount automatically. We'll get the total amount automatically. How much is the total? 100 quantity into 1000 rupees. 1 lakh is the purchase value. Then what else? We need to specify in order. Think. What else?
Payment term,
Okay.
delivery date.
What are the payment terms? We have the agreement with this vendor. For this
Delivery
vendor,
date.
For this vendor, I have 30 days payment terms. Okay. So another important thing is when we are looking this material, we are giving order fine today, but we require this material some urgent basis. Okay, when I'm going to inquire this material, so I'm going to inquire this material based on your requirement also. Suppose you want to go buy one bike or mobile, what we'll see? We'll go to 2-3 showrooms and we are going to ask the quotation, and also we are going to ask the when they can deliver the bike. Some showrooms they are ready to deliver by next day or next day, but they will tell some 2-3,000 rupees extra. If you go to another showroom, they are telling that it will take 1 month time. But here, so depends on your priority, you are going to finalize. Suppose I need this bike urgent. Suppose I got one marketing job. So they are telling that, so if you have the bike, we are ready to give the offer. Then what we can do? So even the 2-3,000 is more cost also, I can go on to buy into whoever giving the delivery, immediate delivery. Okay, depends on the situation, depends on our requirement. This is all completely depend on the market situation. So market situation, we can say one single word, demand and supply. Okay, all economical things is depends on the demand and supply. Okay. So depends on the delivery. Suppose some materials I required urgent. So this material ABC vendors can supply, XYZ vendors can supply, or 1, 2, 3 vendor also can supply. But so I'm going to finalize to ABC vendor. So why I'm going to finalize? I'm going to evaluate the in terms of rate, in terms of quality, in terms of in-time delivery. Okay, all those things we can consider and we can give the order. Okay, so here the delivery date also it is more important when you want to deliver this product. Okay, suppose today I'm going to give the purchase order, so I'm going to tell to my vendor I want this material by tomorrow or by Monday. Okay, then if you tell tomorrow they will tell that holiday, how I can deliver. Logically, these things are also important when you go to business. If it is holiday, how we can put delivery date? Sunday. Okay, some holidays is there, so we cannot to put the delivery date as a holidays. Even vendor also cannot accept. Okay, so accordingly we will put. Then what else? Return option. Suppose any damages is there. Okay, so what is the return process? What is the replacement process? This all comes under conditions. Altogether, we can say terms and conditions. Okay, so what is the replacement process? When they are going to replace the material? Okay, if who is the responsible for the transportation? For the transportation, whether it is chargeable or not. Okay, some vendors they are ready to supply, but they are telling that it is chargeable. Some vendors are ready to supply free of cost. Some vendors they are telling that no, we don't have any transport. Transport is your responsibility, right? This all the parameters we are going to analyze. Then we are going to choose one vendor who is the best vendor. Okay, so terms and conditions. Then GST also important, but purchase order 99% to sale order we are going to specify, but it is 100% mandatory while booking invoice. Okay, in case some systems, maybe SAP we have all features. So any other ERP system, if you don't have the option or GST, all those things in the purchase order level, so but definitely they have the option into at say invoicing level. And what else? Which plant we want this material? When I'm going to raise the purchase order, so I'm going to specify so where we want this material, whether we want this material for Bangalore plant or Hyderabad plant, Mumbai plant. We have to specify or not. We have to tell to your vendor or not. Otherwise, where they can deliver this product. And also depends on this. Suppose my vendor belongs to Bangalore. I am giving the order to my vendor. Okay. If I'm going to tell to my vendor, please supply the materials to my Bangalore plant, then which tax is applicable? CGST and SGST is applicable. If I'm going to tell to my vendor, please supply the material to my Hyderabad plant, which tax is applicable? IGST. So vendor belongs to Bangalore, but I'm giving the order to them and I'm going to tell them, please supply the materials to my Bangalore plant. Then GST, CGST, HGST is applicable. If I'm going to tell to my vendor, please supply the goods to my Hyderabad plant, then which tax is applicable? IGST. Similarly, I'm going to tell to next order to my Mumbai location, then IGST is applicable. So each and everything is more important. So if people try to understand the business point of view, means business requirement, how business real business is going on, then only we can learn the subject. Okay. So if you do the by heart or something, it will not work out. Each process, so we need to understand exactly in real business what is happening. Okay, then only we can able to remember longer run each and every concept. Okay, so where we are going to deliver this delivery date, terms and condition, okay, payment terms, then accordingly it is applicable GST, whether it is CGST, HGST or IGST. Okay, then what else? Plant, all these things is fine. Which company you are going to buy this material? Whether you are going to buy for Tata Motors or Tata Steel or Tata Consultancy. In my Tata group, there are so many registered companies. How to specify company? So assume that I am going to buy for Tata Motors. I have to specify which company you are going to buy. Then we have to specify purchase department, who is going to buy this material. Okay, like that, these are the key informations we have to specify. Purchase order means tomorrow if someone is going to ask in interview, don't tell create purchase order, don't tell one single line. Okay, don't tell single line answers. You have to try to tell here some key fields, key information, what we are going to specify in the purchase order. And also you have to tell whether you are going to procure the material or service or right. We can raise the purchase order for it can be material purchase, it can be service purchase, or it can be fixed asset purchase. So try to explore more whatever point you are going to tell. So here try to explore more. Okay, what are the key fields, key information you are going to specify? Okay, this is what interviewer are expecting when you go to interview. Okay, so I told right in first session or second session. So we are the FICO consultant, not end users. I told the what is the difference between consultant, RMP doctor, right? If you learn the subject like by heart, like RMP doctor, he will give some high doses medicine and sometimes patient will recover, sometimes maybe it is going to cause another diseases. If you keep on use that high doses antibiotic or painkiller something, so later what are the implications RMP doctor don't know. But if you consult to some MS, MD something, they are going to analyze your case and they are going to give the proper treatment. Okay. So like that here also, so if you try to analyze the business process, then we can able to understand. Because of I'm going to explain in part of course 10 things. Maybe when you go to business, when you go to real project, maybe you will get another 4 or 5 new requirements. Okay, should be able to think what is their requirement, what is the solution, whether this point is covered or not in my training. Okay, and I will point cover cheyalani mala institute ku vastara లేదు కదా మనం అప్పుడు థింక్ చేసి సొల్యూషన్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి. Okay, that is more important. So that analyzation and solution thinking is the more important. Okay. So create purchase order. So here we are going to specify all these are the key information. Okay. Then, so I given the order to my vendor. So then what vendor is going to do? Vendor is going to supply the materials, right? Whatever material I given, so vendor is going to supply the material. So when you receive the goods, what we need to perform? You need to perform the goods receipt entry or Need to perform the goods receipt entry or stock entry. Here what we can do? While receiving the stocks or performing the stock entry or goods receipt entry, what we have to do? Agnes, what we are going to receive the goods? Your purchase order, right?
Yes.
Agnes, your purchase order, we are going to receive the goods, or simply whatever stocks we are getting, someone is going to supply the materials, we are going to accept the stock. So against purchase order, whatever order we given, okay, and whatever material we given, whatever quantity we given the order, that much only we are going to accept the stock, right? Suppose I given the order for the 100 quantity, but vendor is supplied to 200 quantity, or else I given for the order for raw material 1000, but vendor is supplying the raw material 2000. So we are not going to receive those kind of stocks, right? First of all, how we can remember what are the materials we given the order to this vendor, how much quantity given the order, and what is the rate, all those things, how we can remember? Is it possible to remember all those things? Physically, vendor is supplying the 200 quantity and different materials is supplied. So we cannot remember, right? Daily we are going to give the so many orders to so many vendors. Then what is the unique reference to identify the stocks, whatever order we given, whatever material we given, whatever quantity is given? So whenever you are going to create the purchase order, okay, system will generate one purchase order number in our SAP system. Okay, so this order number I am going to give to my vendor, right? So vendor, whenever he is going to supply the goods in that order, they have to specify my purchase order number. Okay, then what I can do with reference to purchase order number. So we are going to perform the stock entry. Suppose this is my purchase order number. PO number 123. So when I'm going to perform the stock entry, just I'm going to enter my purchase order number as a reference. Then what system should propose? System should give this all information automatically. System is going to propose this all the information. It will populate all this information. Okay, whether it is vendor is correct or not, material is correct or not, quantity is correct or not, rate is correct or not. Okay, so whether the delivery date is, when is the delivery date? Okay, and in this PO, what are the terms and conditions we specified? As per the terms and condition, whether the vendor is supplying the goods or not. Okay, and what is the tax is applicable? So in PO I mentioned CGST, GST, but in the delivery, so he mentioned some other tax. Okay, but tax is not much important here. Okay, I will remove the tax part because of why it is not much important means. So who is going to receive the stocks? Some store team, right? Somewhere we have the manufacturing unit, there we have the storekeepers. They are going to accept the stock. They don't know, right? Tax, all those things. Okay. So generally in goods receipt part, there is no much important taxation. So other things is important. Okay. What are the materials we given? Whether the ABC vendor or some other vendor is supplying the goods. Okay. Quantity and quality and any physical damages is there. So this all are we are going to verify and we are going to confirm the stock. Okay. Then system is going to generate here. With reference to purchase order, we are going to perform the stock entry. Okay. Then system is going to give the one goods receipt number. System will generate one goods receipt number. Each and every activity, system is going to generate the one unique reference. Suppose you are going to do some phone pay, Google Pay, or some mobile recharge or something. Once you complete the activity transaction, what will get message? We'll get one message, right? Transaction reference number. What is the
Notification.
use?
This amount has been paid.
మనకి ట్రాక్ రికార్డ్ ఉంటాయా 100 ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసిన 1000 రికార్డ్స్ ఏమైనా బద్దలు కొట్టడానికి పనికొస్తాయా? What is the use of this transaction reference? Suppose if their transaction is failed, okay, how we can track? If you call to customer care, phone pay or Google Pay customer care, so what they will ask? They will ask the transaction ID reference. They are not going to ask what is your bank account number, how much fund you transfer, what is your name, what is your village, what is your father name. They are not going to ask all these details. What is the unique field, unique identification number? Transaction ID, right? That is more important for further tracking. Similarly, in our business also, this is the unique reference for further tracking. Okay. So see how your purchase order number, this is the unique reference for your further goods receipt activity, right? Otherwise, we don't know when you receive the stocks, how much goods we given the order to your vendor. Okay. When I enter that goods purchase order number here as a reference, then system is going to populate all these values. Okay. This is a simple example I'm going to take. When sometimes we are going to give the order for some 10 materials or 100 materials also. Different material, different quantity, different price, different delivery date, different terms and conditions. All these things we are going to specify. So just how I can get all this information when I perform the stock entry? Through PO number. Okay. Nowadays, everyone using all smartphones. If people are aware all those things. If you give some COVID test also, how you can track? They will give one number, right? Or Aadhaar is the unique to track all the details. Or else you will get one this number. So like that, some softwares they are going to use some unique field as a reference for further tracking. Then what is next? Okay, we receive the goods, stocks. Then after that, we are going to perform the invoice receipt. Okay, nothing but vendor invoice, we can say, or we can say vendor purchase invoice. Okay. Then when you are booking the vendor purchase invoice, so already we understand AP process. Nothing but this MM process is nothing but MM integration, your AP extension. Okay. The AP extension is nothing but your MM integration. Similarly, the AR extension is the SD integration. So AP process we understand, right? Vendor creation, and after that, post the vendor purchase entry. What is accounting entry here?
GIR account data to vendor account.
Okay, the GRIR process I will tell little later. So tomorrow session we'll discuss. So generally accounting entry. What is accounting entry? SAP process I will tell tomorrow. Here also something we need to add. Tomorrow session we'll discuss already about 9 o'clock. Okay. General, what is the accounting entry? Stock account,
Data to vendor account.
debit or inventory account, right?
Yes.
General accounting entry, stock account debit or inventory account debit. How much? How much? Also here, with reference to purchase order, we are going to perform this invoice entry. We are not going to book manually all those things. So we'll give as your purchase order number as a reference. Then automatically system will tell whatever material we given, whatever value we given the order, system will propose automatically your what is the stock value. Okay, and also PO itself we specify tax, right? Then so as per tax code, whatever tax is applicable. Suppose this purchase belongs to 5% tax, CGST, HGST. Then what system should give? GST account, debit, then input GST account to debit. How much? 2,500, 1,500, and finally, what is the vendor payable amount? And here vendor also system will pick automatically. How it will pick? Everything we specified in the purchase order, right? Who is my vendor? What is the value of purchase order? Okay, whether it is iron material or glass material, whatever material given, everything system is going to pick the reference from your purchase order.
So TDS not applicable here.
Yeah, if it is material purchase, TDS is not applicable. If it is service purchases, again TDS is applicable here.
Okay.
This is the accounting entry. Okay. Account debit or credit. Okay. And here, what is the accounts for that? Means, so what is the GL account for purchase? What is the GL account for tax? What is the GL account for HGST? And also, we understand the yesterday session, vendor, customer, asset is the subledger. The subledgers, it is going to map to what? Your main ledger is the GL account. So whether we are going to purchase from ABC vendor or the XYZ vendor, system is going to pick here one GL account, that is your sundry creditor GL or trade payable GL account. Okay. So then, what is next activity? Payment. You can see the reports, vendor reports here after booking vendor invoice. So as per 30 days payment terms or 60 days payment terms, what we are going to do after that? We are going to make a vendor payment entry. Again here vendor payment to AP process we understand. We have the manual payment. And we have another payment option, automation. Already manual payment process I shown how to do, and we discussed a couple of challenges. So automation, it is more easy. Okay. So I will run this cycle tomorrow in through SAP system. Okay, I will show how to create one material code. Okay, and what are the other key information we need to specify. Then for that material, how to create your vendor. Okay, we'll go and create one vendor. Then with the reference to this material and vendor code, and we'll create one purchase order. So here we can give the order for one material or multiple materials we can see. Okay. And then next, how to perform the goods receipt entry. While doing the goods receipt entry, system should propose me what are the materials I given the order, all those things automatically. I don't want to enter again all this new information. If again all this information manual means, one thing is time taking activity, again something is we are missing the track. I given the order for 100 quantity, but if it is manual input, I can enter here 200 or 1000 quantity. I given the order for material for RM 1000 material, iron material. But if it is manual input, I can enter here glass material. I given order for ABC vendor. If it is manual input, I can enter here XYZ vendor. Okay. System should not allow any manual inputs here. Okay. And still we have the some correction process. We'll understand that also. So system should propose value, all those things automatically. Then the invoice, when you go to invoice process also, we'll see how system is going to pick the purchase value automatically. And also, I want this accounting entry also automatically. Complete accounting entry I want automatically. Already AP process I shown these two automation. Tax automation I shown. Tomorrow cycle we can see all this 4GL automation. Okay. How system is going to pick the stock GL, we'll see. How system is going to pick the vendor. Vendor anyway, you can understand it is picking from here. Okay, we'll see how system will pick our stock GL account. Okay, if I purchase different materials, also we'll see how system will pick the different stock GL account. Okay, I will run end-to-end cycle. So this is called as a general process. So many people are working in BPOs, right? That is P2P cycle. I think we are working in BPOs, most of the people are aware this process, P2P cycle. P2P cycle means procure to payment cycle. Where the procurement activities it will start and what is the link for the next activity, and the final activity is the payment. And this is, we can call it as a O to C cycle. Order to cash. Order means here sales order. For customer, we are going to raise the sales order, then finally we are going to receive the collection. Okay. Okay, fine. We will continue tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock.